Hello there. Thank you for taking a moment to watch this video. And on this particular training, I want to tell you about a really cool feature within PhoneBurner for our team admin. So if you're managing a team of callers using PhoneBurner, this video is for you. Have you ever found yourself wanting to be able to listen in to a conversation that your team members are having while they're making calls using PhoneBurner? Or maybe you want to be able to coach them as they're going along through those calls. Maybe even you've wanted to be able to jump into the call to help them close the deal. I have great news for you. You can do that using the tools within PhoneBurner. So when you're logged into your admin account, under the Team tab, you'll see this option called Dial Sessions. When you go to the Dial Sessions section, you'll be able to see a list of all of your team members, and you'll be able to see who's actively making calls. So right now we have Heather. She's actively making calls. She's not currently on a call with anybody. She's waiting, probably adding her notes or something like that, right? Now, if you have a large team, you may want to hide all of your inactive users. So I'm going to go ahead and click this Hide Inactive. And now you'll see, now I only see Heather. This can be really important if you're dealing with a very large team. Now you can also change the view here. So right now I'm looking at a list. I can also switch this to a grid. And of course the grid looks kind of lame when I'm just looking at one person. So if I switch to show inactive, now I see the grid with all of my team members, active or not. Now enough about the navigation. Let's dive into the functionality. So here we see Heather. She's in there making calls right now. She's connected to a dial session. She's currently waiting, which most likely means she's recently wrapped up a call and she's adding her notes. Now, once she wraps up her notes and she dispositions that call, this is going to change from waiting to dialing. Now, it's going to be set to dialing until she either connects or moves on to the next call. And here we can see she's now connected. Now, at any point during your team member's dial session, regardless of the status, whether they're waiting, dialing, or on a live call, you can listen in to the conversation. So you just click on the Listen button. Once you've granted access to allow PhoneBurner to kind of connect to your audio, right, you'll be able to listen. Now, of course, I'm just listening. So I can make as much noise as I want and my agent will not hear me. Now, when I'm done listening, I click on Leave Call. At that point, I can click to listen again if I want to, or maybe I want to whisper. What does whisper mean? Whisper allows us to connect to the dial session, but also communicate with the agent that's making calls. If the agent gets connected or is connected to a prospect, the prospect would not hear me, only my agent would hear me. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this call. And let's talk about the final one, which is Barge. So let's say I want to not only be able to listen in and to talk to my agent, but I also want to be able to talk to the prospect from time to time. I would connect using the Barge option. And when I connect using the Barge option, I can hear what's going on. I can talk to my agent. And if my agent is connected to a prospect, the prospect would hear me as well. So you want to be very careful when you use the Barge option. Just remember, if you connect using Barge and your team member, your agent, is connected to one of their prospects, everybody can hear what's going on in your office. Everybody can hear what's coming through your microphone. So be very careful when you're using that so you don't disrupt or distract from the actual calls that are happening. That's how easy it is for you to take advantage of this powerful feature within PhoneBurner so that you can better coach and train your team for success. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video, and happy dialing.